Here's something this map wasn't made for. A flamethrower. You son of a bitch! You spoiled ass kids can sit in your class quick-scoping on Raid through your phone now. You know what I had when I was a kid? The limited play space in the alpha version of Minecraft Pocket Edition. You know what Call of Duty Mobile we had? Whatever the hell this thing is. We had World at War Zombies that ran at like 5 FPS on our iPod Touches. And then we had Nuke House. Do any of you remember Nuke House? It's like if you took a Rust from Modern Warfare 2 and cut it in half. Call of Duty Mobile. There's no beating around the bush here. It's Call of Duty and it's mobile. This is a multiplayer version only portion of Call of Duty, free for your mobile phones. If you remember that little game called Call of Duty Online from a few years back, the Chinese free-to-play Call of Duty, it's basically that, but on a mobile phone. God, dude, if they released this game in America, they would make so much money off of little kids with microtransactions. And this actually really surprised the hell out of me. This is a damn good-looking game. Raid from Black Ops 2 looks like Raid from Black Ops 2, and then you got firing range and a slew of other Black Ops and Modern Warfare maps. And from what I can see from my phone, I can't tell of any graphical downgrade. They look and play exactly the same as the console counterparts. In the gameplay, well, it feels like Call of Duty, as best as Call of Duty can feel on a phone. The controls aren't that bad, but again, like I said, they're about as good as you're gonna get on a mobile device. They work. The map selection here looks pretty good, but I'm gonna have to give it a 0 out of 10 for including 0 Modern Warfare 2 maps. No terminal, no high rise, come on. You know what would have made this game a lot better? Wasteland. God, I can't say that with a straight face. It takes no time at all to get yourself into a game. You literally find a game within seconds, which makes me a little suspicious that you're playing with a lot of bots, but I'm still kind of unsure of that after a couple hours of gameplay, because this game does what a lot of the other free-to-play mobile games like PUBG does, and it just kind of groups you with bots and real players, which I think is really stupid. If you want to play and train with bots, play the bot game mode. Don't put the bots in the regular multiplayer game mode. Look at this. He wasn't even aiming at me! I could be wrong, but there's no damn way I'm just stomping people with the intervention every single game. Then again, maybe I am really good at this game and everybody downloading it's a complete record, but I don't know. Even while recording gameplay, this thing still runs at a buttery smooth 60 FPS maxed out graphics on my iPhone 10. I'm really impressed with the performance and how smoothly this game plays. There's quite a few things I don't like about this, but it's free and it honestly gave me that one more game type of feel to it. And for that, I gotta give it credit because there's never really a time in recent years that a mobile game's made me do that. I'm really not sure at this point if I'm, oh fuck. You're able to jump in and play a match that only lasts a few minutes, which is really good for when I just have a little bit of downtime at work. I was able to jump in and out of this throughout my day at work perfectly fine, and I think it's really well suited for that. Shit. If you have little breaks in class or you're taking a lunch, this is a really easy game to pick up and play. There's also a search and destroy game mode, which I haven't tried out yet, and there's also a battle royale mode, which again I haven't tried out yet, but I'm gonna go give that a look. And I think there's a zombies mode coming soon, or at least that's what I would assume this third game mode would be. Every few levels you'll unlock a new weapon, and all the weapons feel really snappy with a lot of upgrades, as they should with a Call of Duty. You feel rewarded with every kill, the sound design feels really accurate to its console counterpart. I mean, everything feels really authentic. There's a lot of times where I was playing this where I was like, wow, this is Call of Duty, and it's on my phone. I don't know how this is working, but this is cool. But as soon as I get back into the menu, that's where I start to realize, oh yeah, this is a free mobile game. And this is where I want to get into a few of the negatives with this game. I want to briefly mention the menu system, and then we'll talk about the microtransactions. For all the bad things that Black Ops Declassified did, it did an amazing job of the menu system. It felt almost identical to its console counterpart when it came to creating a class or finding a game you knew you were playing Call of Duty. Compare that to Call of Duty Mobile, and wow, I'm getting anxiety from this. For some reason, all of the menu items are all over the place, and on top of that, they are just bombarding you with advertisements, which I can give a little more lenience to, because like I said, this is free, and it's actually pretty fun to jump into, which I gotta give it credit for, because not a lot of mobile games do that for me. But that smooth progression you're used to in a Call of Duty game has obviously been butchered for microtransactions. There's a ton of them in this game. Like, for example, you can have multiple classes, but when you unlock your second class, there is a lot of grinding you have to do for each and individual upgrade that you do within that second class. On your first class, you can have your grenades, your tactical, your lethal, your perks, your weapon upgrades, but when you create a second class, you can get your primary, your secondary, and that's it. You're not going to be able to literally change anything else about your class. You're not even going to be able to use grenades and upgrades and attachments on your second class until you grind to upgrade that. Weapons can be upgraded through perk cards or something like that, and then you have the constant mobile game barrage about, hey, you should buy this pack, it's on sale right now. Upgrade your season pass to the ultimate season pass. For a limited time, you can get this special weapon if you buy this and you boost it to this. I mean, there's just, there's so much going on with it. To a certain degree, I understand that that's to be expected in a free mobile game, especially a free mobile Call of Duty. Call of Duty has not been good with the microtransactions in past years, and that's why I haven't bought a Call of Duty game since Infinite Warfare. That's kind of why I haven't made Call of Duty content in so long, if you haven't noticed. But again, this game is free. You can jump into it and have a good time within minutes and not pay a single cent. And that's something, again, I have to give it credit for. The maps that are on offer right now are sweet and fun. Hopefully they add more. I'm sure they're going to. And I'm sure the Battle Royale mode is it's a Battle Royale mode, whatever. But for God's sake, I want to know, am I playing with real people, or am I playing with bots, or am I playing with a combination of the two? That's why I'm not too sure if I'm playing with bots at this point, because there's times where I just get mauled over, and then there's times where they just kind of stand there and barely hit me. I think they feel like it gives the bad players a little bit more incentive to play, but honestly, I feel like it just kind of throws the balance off. But if there's bots in the regular multiplayer, God, can we take them out, please? Just let me play with real people. 10 Cent Games is involved with this, as well as PUBG Mobile, and I'm sure a slew of other mobile games, so you're gonna see a lot of similarities in the microtransactions and all of that. But at the end of the day, it plays like Call of Duty, and I was pleasantly surprised. That being said, obviously you're not gonna throw your PS4 out for this. This isn't a replacement to a real full-fledged Call of Duty. There's no campaign mode. The progression is an absolute fuckfest of microtransactions. I feel like if they refined this game a little bit more and brought it over to the Nintendo Switch, I feel like it could have a lot of potential there, because you could have real physical buttons. It would feel really good to play, and it would also be free. Again, I'm not saying bring over a bunch of microtransaction shoveled shit over to the Switch. I'm just saying if it was more refined and a little bit more fair and better of an experience, I think it could fit its place there very well. But between the microtransactions and the touchscreen controls, this isn't going to be a Call of Duty replacement for any other Call of Duty on console, obviously, but it is a damn good game to pick up and play whenever you have a few minutes. Maybe give it a download and check it out, but that's my thoughts on it. I know I was asked to do this a few times, and I wasn't really planning to do a video on this until I played it, and I actually had a pretty good time with it. I do a little bit of everything on this channel, so check out my other stuff, see if it interests you, and maybe throw a few bucks at the Patreon if that's something you want to support. Thank you so much, Brady and Exceed. As always, you guys have been helping me out so much the past month, but for now, it has been C, and I gotta finish this video before bed. Bye.